What's up, you guys? Chris here, Westside Dive. Welcome back. Just thinking on topics of videos to make for you guys, and a lot of guys been traveling lately here, so I just let's do some stuff on travel. We have a bunch of travel bags and travel cases, but more specifically, we get a lot of questions on folks who like how do I transport my Speargun, because you can't really break it down. I mean, there's a couple brands that you can, but for the most part, you have a 6-foot gun or 5-foot gun that you need to put in a case, something that's going to be protected, throw it on the plane, and you want it to get to your destination safely, right? So but in travel in general, so we have just kind of these basic kind of mesh bags for your fins. They have good zippers. You have a strap, so you can basically put everything in here but your gun, and you can actually have like a TSA lock. You can lock up the zipper so no one's going to break in there. So these kind of bags you'll want to check in, lock them up, but make sure everything's kind of wrapped up pretty good so things don't get crushed. But yeah, you have to check these in. Not going to fit as a carry-on. Another kind of light travel option bag would be kind of this mesh backpack, and we've done some videos on these before. This is one of our better ones. Heavy duty. You're not going to fit your gun again, but you can fit everything in here. This one does seal up pretty tight. You can actually lock it at the top. It has a dry bag in here as well, so you can put your towels or anything that's in there. I've actually traveled around the world with this guy quite a bit. You'll again have to check it in. You can't carry it on, but these mesh bags are good for just like throwing everything in there, getting it secured, and checking it in on the airplane. If you want to actually travel with your spear gun, you want to take care of it, make sure it's secure and getting to the destination so you'll be able to use it. There's a couple different ways. We have these, I guess these are kind of sort of carry-on but check-in Speargun bags. This one from Cressy is actually a dry bag also. You have a zipper. It's a long zip, so you can actually fit a couple guns in here. I usually wrap them up in a couple towels. If you have a wood gun, I'll usually remove the handle so it doesn't get crushed potentially. But remove the handle, remove the shaft, wrap everything up, throw a couple guns in here with extra shafts. I've actually thrown my long fins in here with a gun as well. It's wide enough for that, but I like this one too because like once you get to your destination, and say if you're going on a boat trip, you'll be able to throw this on the boat. You can actually leave things in here, wrap it up, and secure it as like a dry bag, just a regular dry bag if you wanted like your cameras and stuff like that, your photography equipment, and you can just keep it secured and not getting it wet. These guys have a kind of if water does get in there, it'll come out, it'll siphon out this bottom part. But for the most part, I really like these Cressy ones. But most companies make these type of not carry-on, but these type of gun bags, we'll call them. Salvamar has this one. You can see it's actually in the shape of a gun. So yeah, you can fit fins in here too. We kind of like these, but again, you'll have to check these in. Just make sure everything's wrapped up nice and secured. Wrap up the gun in bubble wrap or a couple of towels, and you should be good. I've traveled all over the world with these guys, so no problem. So, in my opinion, the best way to travel with your spear gun, protect it really well, is to put it in a hard case. On the market right now, these Sport Tube hard cases are the best. You get a lot of people come in and say, how am I going to fit a spear gun into this thing? Well, the answer is it extends. So the Sport Tubes have 3 series. This is the Series 1. You can basically probably fit a couple spear guns in here, wrapped in towels with extra shafts and maybe some weight, some smaller stuff will all fit in here. If you just want to protect the guns, this is the way to go. The Series 1 does not have wheels, but as you can see, the back part extends out. You just take this little connection piece off, and there's your wheels. And it extends out, I forget the length, but it extends out pretty far. You can actually put fishing poles into this. This is what this was initially designed for. So you don't have to break down your fishing rods. But yeah, pretty awesome. So one of the things you'll want to get with these guys is a TSA lock. That's you know, TSAs, they check you in when you're going through customs or when you're going through the airport. They'll want to probably open this up most of the time, but that TSA lock, they have a special key. It's a combination, so you'll remember that, but they'll have a special key just to open it up and extend this out and kind of look into the contents. But yeah, get that lock, and it's really helpful as you're going through the airport. I actually, if I'm, it depends on the airport, but if I'm heading out, I'll check this in, drag it over to the TSA guys, open it up for them, and let them inspect it, because I pack my stuff a certain way, and you'll probably pack yours a certain way where it's can go in and out easier. A lot of times those guys, they're not spear fishermen, they're not divers, so they'll just open it up and kind of look, and then they'll have a hard time fitting it back together. So little tidbit there. But yeah, TSA lock, and sometimes I'll just add rope and just kind of make it all nice and secure and tight. But yeah, it's the best hard case out there right now. This is the Series 1, and then for the next size, it's the Series 2. It's basically two Series 1s kind of side by side. They also have a Series 3. I'm not going to break that out, but it's definitely like another Series 1. So if you just want to stack them all together, you have an extra size. You can put 2 sets of pretty much everything in these guys. The Series 2 is what I use mostly to travel. Two guns, a lot of extra shafts, my fins, my wetsuit. I'll wrap up my weights, my float, blue water floats, a couple of those. Gloves. Pretty much everything will fit in here, and any little tiny accessories I'll throw into my backpack. Again, these extend out. They do travel really well through the airport. When the wheels are out, I'll just drag this behind me, and you know, it'll be 50 pounds, 60, 70 pounds, and it really moves to the airport really nicely. Really hard. I've never had anything like break, you know, from traveling with these things. So if you want a hard case, this is the way to go, and it's kind of what we offer. There's some other ways to travel with your Speargun, spear fishing equipment, but I think these are kind of the basic ones, the best ones. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, or any comments. I'm sure a lot of you guys use these out there and travel around the world. You should leave us your experiences so everybody else can kind of read them. And yeah, swing by the shop if you want any of these guys, and good to see you. See you next time.